Chosen one, this message is for you. You did not stumble here by accident. There's a reason your spirit is stirred right now. Why your heart beats faster as these words reach you. You've been through battles that many could not survive. You've endured nights where tears were your only prayer, and mornings where strength seemed like a distant memory. Yet you are still standing. That alone is proof you are not ordinary. You are chosen. The Lord has seen your journey, every hidden struggle, every silent cry, every moment where you felt forgotten. None of it escaped His notice. And today, He whispers a declaration over your life. It is finished. Your battle was long, and it left scars, but those scars are not signs of defeat. They are marks of survival, proof of your endurance, and testimonies of God's sustaining hand. You are not just a survivor. You are a vessel of victory being prepared for something greater. Right now, the atmosphere around you is shifting. The weight that once pressed on your spirit is being lifted. The cycle of delay, disappointment, and constant resistance, it's breaking. For the Lord has spoken, the warfare that tried to consume you has expired. The season of endless struggle is closing, and the dawn of divine fulfillment is rising. But hear this, with every ending comes a new beginning. The finishing of one battle is the opening of a new chapter. And in this chapter you will not walk as one wounded and weary, but as one clothed in strength, wisdom, and divine favor. This word is not for everyone, it's for you. Yes, you who have carried burdens in silence, you who have questioned if your prayers reached heaven, you who have felt like giving up more times than you could count. Heaven is announcing your fight is over. What was meant to destroy you has become the very thing God is using to elevate you. As you listen, stay with me until the end, because in the moments ahead, I will reveal the hidden meaning behind your trials. The signs confirming your shift, the divine instructions for your next step, and the blessing that is about to manifest. Chosen one, lean in. This is not just another message, it is your confirmation. The word you've been waiting for. The breakthrough your soul has been crying out for. God declares it finished, and something new begins. Chosen one, pause for a moment and feel this truth settle deep within your spirit. This word is not from man nor born from human thought. It flows from the eternal heart of God, carried on the breath of His Spirit, released at this precise moment for you. This is not coincidence, it is divine appointment. There are moments in your journey when heaven leans close, when eternity breaks into time, and when God Himself confirms what your soul has longed to hear. This is one of those moments. The same voice that called creation into being, the same voice that parted seas and raised the dead, now speaks into your life with clarity and power. And His decree over you is final. The battle is finished. You may have wondered if God was silent. You may have mistaken the delay for denial. But let this be clear. He has never turned His face from you. He has watched over every detail of your life, even in the seasons when you felt invisible. What you carried in silence, heaven recorded. What you endured in shadows, heaven honored. And today, the Lord is lifting the veil, bringing you into a new dimension of revelation and understanding. Hear this. God's word does not return void. When He declares a matter finished, no force in hell or on earth can reverse it. Your enemies may resist, voices of doubt may rise, circumstances may shake, but the decree of the Lord stands unshaken. The one who framed the stars with His word has spoken over you, and His word is law. This prophetic word is not about vague hope or empty comfort. It is about divine alignment. The timing of heaven and the cry of your spirit have collided. You have reached the turning point, and heaven is bearing witness. Angels have been dispatched, doors are being prepared to open, and chains you thought would never break are already cracking under the weight of His authority. Chosen one, do not take lightly the fact that you are hearing this now. Thousands pass by messages every day, but only a few feel the undeniable pull to stay, to listen, to know this is theirs. That's you. You are marked, set apart, carried in the very heart of God. And in this moment, He reveals the mystery that your spirit has been sensing. Your battle is over and your new season has begun. Yet what follows is more than just relief, it is revelation. Because in the sections ahead, we will dive into the prophecy itself, uncover its hidden meaning, and see how your life has been intricately woven into a greater plan. The storms you faced were not random. They were chapters in a divine story leading to this very announcement. So breathe deeply and let anticipation rise. Heaven has turned its gaze toward you, and the word you have been waiting for is unfolding. You are chosen, you are seen, and you are not forgotten. Now prepare your heart, for the prophecy is about to be unveiled. Chosen one, listen closely, because what I am about to share carries the weight of heaven itself. The Spirit of the Lord is unveiling before you the truth that your heart has long suspected. The season of warfare is over, and the decree of victory has already gone forth in your name. For years you have walked through a valley where shadows clung to your every step. Storms rose without warning. People turned without reason, and circumstances seemed to conspire against you. You cried out, "Why so long, Lord? Why so heavy?" But what you did not see was the tapestry being woven behind the veil. Every battle was a thread, every tear a color, every struggle a piece of a masterpiece not yet revealed. And now look again. The veil is lifting. Heaven declares that the very weapons formed against you are now scattered like ashes in the wind. What the enemy meant for destruction has been transformed into preparation. What once stood as a mountain before you has become a stepping stone beneath you. The Lord shows me an image, a warrior weary but undefeated, standing on a battlefield littered with broken chains. That warrior is you. You thought you were breaking apart, but in reality, you were breaking free. Every night of despair was a hammer shattering the chains that bound your destiny. Every moment of resistance was a chisel carving strength into your soul. And now you stand not as the broken, but as the chosen. Hear the word of the Lord. You have endured the furnace, and now you will carry the fire. You have been pressed, but now you will pour forth oil. You have been hidden, but now you will shine. This is not the end of your story. It is the unveiling of your glory. Chosen one, your name has been called in the courts of heaven. There was a battle over your destiny, but the verdict has been declared in your favor. The enemy has lost his claim, the accuser has been silenced, and the Lord has stamped your life with the seal of, "It is finished." Do you feel it? The shift in the atmosphere. It is as though a heavy curtain has been drawn back and light is flooding the stage of your life. For too long you played your part in the shadows, unseen and uncelebrated. But heaven announces the spotlight of divine favor is upon you. The page is turned and a new act begins. And yet this prophecy is not just about relief from battle. It is about release into purpose. For the Lord says, "What I end completely. What I begin, I bring to fullness." No residue of defeat will follow you. No echo of shame will haunt you. The battle has ended not in your loss, but in your vindication. You are stepping into a time where what was withheld will be released, what was delayed will be accelerated, and what was lost will be restored. The seeds you sowed in tears will return to you as a harvest of joy. The doors that were slammed in your face will open wide not by your strength, but by the hand of God Himself. Chosen one. The prophecy is this: your long night is over. Your dawn is here. The voice of heaven speaks clearly. The fight you thought would never end has ended. The season you thought would consume you has expired, and the glory that seemed far off is rushing toward you even now. This is not wishful thinking. This is divine decree. And when God says, "It is finished," it truly is. Chosen one, now that the prophecy has been unveiled, let us go deeper. Prophecy is not just about hearing what God will do, it is about understanding why He has done it this way. Every battle you faced carried a spiritual lesson, and every delay carried divine meaning. What seemed like chaos was, in truth, a carefully orchestrated process shaping you for a destiny far greater than you imagined. Think of it like this: your life has been a seed buried in the soil. The darkness you endured was not abandonment, but incubation. The pressure you felt was not punishment, but preparation. Just as a seed must split open before it can grow, you too had to be broken in order to rise. The long battle you fought was the breaking of your shell so that the fullness of your purpose could push forth into the light. Seasons in God's kingdom are purposeful. Winter is not a curse. It is the time when roots grow deep unseen, so that the tree may stand firm in spring. Your battle was your winter. It stripped you, humbled you, and forced your faith to take root beyond surface appearances. And now the Lord declares that spring is breaking forth. Where there was barrenness, there will be blossoms. Where there was delay, there will be divine acceleration. Understand this: God's timing is perfect. If your battle had ended earlier, you might not have been ready. You might have received the blessing, but lacked the maturity to carry it. But God, in His wisdom, allowed the battle to stretch you, to refine you, to teach you how to stand when everything tried to make you fall. He was not just delivering you from the fight, He was building you through it. This is why He declares, "It is finished," because the purpose of the trial has been completed. The fire has done its work. The storm has served its role. The chains you once hated were actually the training ground that built your strength. And now that their purpose is complete, heaven decrees they have no more authority over you. Chosen one, let me paint this picture more clearly. Imagine walking through a wilderness. The path is dry, the sun is relentless, and you feel alone. Yet in that wilderness, you learned how to pray like never before. You learned how to hear God's whisper in the silence. You learned how to trust when nothing made sense. And now, as you leave the wilderness, you are not the same. You carry with you wisdom, resilience, and authority. The wilderness didn't destroy you, it forged you. This is the mystery of divine timing. What the enemy meant for evil, God turned into good. Every attack was an unintended training session. Every betrayal was a lesson in discernment. Every delay was an opportunity for you to grow deeper in faith. And now, because you endured, you have been entrusted with more. But here is the beauty. When God ends a battle, He does not merely remove the pain, He redeems it. He transforms it into glory. The scars that once embarrassed you will become your testimony. The failures that once haunted you will become your platform of wisdom. The nights you thought would kill you will become the stories that heal others. Nothing was wasted. Chosen one, your battle was long because your calling is great. Ordinary battles are for ordinary people, but extraordinary trials are reserved for extraordinary vessels. The intensity of your struggle is evidence of the weight of your destiny, and the fact that you made it through proves that God has marked you for more. The deeper meaning behind this prophecy is this: you are not just stepping out of struggle, you are stepping into stewardship. God has equipped you with authority that only comes through suffering. You can now walk into rooms and carry peace. You can speak to storms and know they will obey. You can guide others because you have walked the path yourself. So do not despise the length of your journey. Do not mourn the years you think were wasted. For heaven's perspective is this: nothing is wasted in the hands of the Creator. Your life is a living parable, and every page has purpose. And today, God closes one chapter, the chapter of endless battle, and begins a new one, the chapter of fulfillment, favor, and divine assignment. Chosen one, let this truth echo in your spirit. Your trials were not just events, they were revelations. They were mirrors of God's faithfulness, even in silence. They were reminders that even when the night seemed unending, dawn was already promised. And now the dawn has come. This is the spiritual depth of the word finished. It means your suffering season has fulfilled its purpose. It means heaven has shifted your story. It means God's plan is unfolding right on time. So lift your head, shake off the ashes. You are stepping out of the valley not empty, but equipped. Not defeated, but crowned. Not forgotten, but chosen. And as you embrace this truth, prepare yourself for signs of confirmation are already beginning to appear. Chosen one. When heaven releases a word, it is not left without witness. God is a confirmer, not a confuser. When He speaks, He also provides signs, gentle reminders, divine indicators, undeniable confirmations that what He declared is already unfolding. These signs are not always dramatic. Often they are subtle, yet deeply personal, tailored for your spirit to recognize. You may already be noticing them. The first sign is a shift in your inner atmosphere. Where once there was constant heaviness, you feel unexpected peace. Not because circumstances have completely changed yet, but because your spirit knows something has turned. That sudden peace in the middle of chaos is heaven's whisper. The battle is finished. The second sign is in your relationships. Some people who once clung to you may suddenly fall away. Doors that seemed permanently closed may now creak open. New connections, divine alignments, unexpected partnerships, they begin to emerge. This is not random. God is rearranging your circle to match your new season. Old ties that kept you bound cannot follow you where you are going. The third sign is found in the stirring of your spirit. Dreams intensify. Visions become clearer. Scriptures you once skimmed now burn with personal meaning. You wake with words, images, or impressions that confirm what is being spoken over you. This heightened spiritual sensitivity is not coincidence. It is evidence that your spirit has entered a new frequency aligned with God's timing. The fourth sign is unusual favor. Suddenly, small doors begin to open effortlessly. What once required struggle begins to flow. Someone you barely know offers help, opportunities come unexpectedly, or resources appear right when you need them. This favor is not luck. It is the hand of God making straight the path that was once blocked. And the fifth sign, perhaps the most overlooked, is the renewal of your strength. You rise with energy you haven't felt in years. The weariness begins to lift. Ideas, creativity, and motivation return. What once felt like a burden now feels like joy. This is the Lord restoring what was drained in the battle. It is His way of saying, you are ready to build again. Chosen one, these signs are not far off, they are already at work in your life. If you pause and reflect, you'll see glimpses of them. You'll remember the recent moment of peace, the unexpected call, the dream that felt too real to ignore, the small door that opened. These are heaven's fingerprints confirming the word over you. Do not dismiss them as coincidence. Pay attention, for these signs are guiding markers leading you into the fullness of what God has prepared. They are the evidence that the word is not just spoken, it is manifesting. Your spirit already knows this truth. Something has shifted, and soon your eyes will see what your faith has believed. Chosen one, though heaven has declared your battle finished, it is important to understand this truth. Endings in the spirit often precede manifestations in the natural. The decree has been sealed, but you may still encounter resistance as you step into your new season. These challenges are not signs that God has abandoned you. They are confirmations that the word spoken over you is real. Sometimes the most intense pressure comes just before the breakthrough. The enemy, knowing his grip is broken, tries one final time to intimidate, to distract, to cause you to doubt. Do not be surprised if old fears resurface, if familiar struggles try to whisper again. These are echoes, shadows of a battle already won. They have no true power unless you agree with them. Another hidden challenge is the temptation to grow impatient. You may expect everything to shift instantly, but remember, harvest comes in stages. The seed breaks through the shoot, rises, the stalk matures, and only then comes the full grain. Your finished season means the process has turned in your favor, but you must trust the unfolding. Impatience can rob you of peace. Stay steady and let God's timing perfect the work. There may also be moments of loneliness. When God elevates you, not everyone can go with you. Some friendships, some connections, even some habits will naturally fall away. It may feel painful, but this pruning is holy. The Lord is creating space around you so that what is new can grow unhindered. Remember, you are not losing, you are making room. Another subtle challenge is the weight of responsibility. With victory comes assignment. With freedom comes stewardship. You will be entrusted with opportunities, influence, and blessings, and the temptation will be to shrink back, to say, "I am not ready." But you must remember, God would not release this season to you if you were not prepared. He has already equipped you in the hidden place. And finally, beware the challenge of forgetfulness. Many forget the God who delivered them once they step into abundance. But you, chosen one, must not forget. Keep your testimony alive. Speak of his goodness often. Worship him as freely in the palace as you did in the prison. This posture will ensure your blessing remains a wellspring and not a burden. So though challenges may arise, do not fear them. They are not punishments, they are proofs. Proofs that your journey is shifting. Proofs that your faith is being perfected, proofs that you are walking into something real. Remember, shadows cannot exist without light. If you see resistance, it is because the light of your new season is shining so brightly that even darkness is trembling. Take heart, chosen one. These hidden challenges are not stumbling blocks, they are stepping stones. And with each one, you will rise higher, stronger, and closer to the fullness of your promised season. Chosen one. When God declares a battle finished, He does not simply release you to wander, He gives you instructions to walk into your victory with wisdom. The Lord is not only a deliverer, He is a teacher. He does not just set you free, He equips you to stay free. So hear carefully the divine steps that heaven is laying before you. These are not mere suggestions. They are keys to your next chapter. 1. Guard your spirit. You are entering a season of clarity, but the enemy will still attempt distraction. Guard what you allow into your heart. Protect your peace like treasure. Not every voice deserves access. Not every opinion deserves weight, and not every invitation is meant for you. Discernment will be your shield. If something disturbs your spirit, step back. If a relationship drains you more than it builds, you release it. This is the hour to be intentional with your atmosphere. 2. Stay rooted in the Word. Victory is sustained by truth. The same scriptures that carried you through the valley will anchor you on the mountain. Do not neglect them now. Begin each day with a declaration from God's Word. When fear whispers, answer with faith. When doubt rises, respond with truth. Chosen one. Your new season requires a renewed discipline. The Word is not just a comfort, it is your sword. Wield it daily. 3. Cultivate daily worship. Worship was your survival in the battle. Now let it be your lifestyle in victory. Create altars in your day, not physical ones, but moments where your heart turns fully toward God. Sing, pray, or simply sit in gratitude. Worship will keep your spirit soft, your heart aligned, and your ears open to His leading. It will ensure that your blessing does not become your distraction. 4. Walk in obedience even in small things. The Lord is preparing to entrust you with much, but He still tests your faithfulness in little things. Obey His nudges quickly. If He tells you to call someone, do it. If He tells you to let go of something, release it. If He whispers a new assignment, step out, even if it feels small. Every act of obedience is a seed that multiplies into greater harvest. 5. Speak life over your future. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. In the past, you may have echoed the heaviness of your battle with words of weariness. But now speak as one who is free. Declare abundance, not lack. Declare healing, not sickness. Declare doors opening, not doors closing. Your words are carriers of power, and in this season, they will frame the reality you step into. Position yourself for the new. Do not cling to the old season. Let go of patterns that no longer serve your destiny. Rearrange your priorities. Prepare your mind for increase. Begin to think bigger, pray bolder, and expect greater. If you prepare only for survival, you will miss the abundance God is sending. Prepare as one who expects fulfillment. 7. Remain humble in elevation. Elevation is coming, but humility must remain your posture. Do not forget the nights you cried. Do not despise the small beginnings. Do not look down on those who are still in their battles. Remember, you are not exalted by your own strength, but by the hand of God. And humility will ensure you remain lifted, not pulled down. 8. Keep building in faith. The battle being finished means space is opening for creation. Begin to build what God has placed in your spirit, whether it's a vision, a ministry, a business, or a dream, long delayed. Do not wait for perfection. Take the first step in faith. God will breathe on what you move toward. Your assignment is not to control the outcome, but to trust His guidance as you build. Chosen one. These instructions are not burdens, they are invitations. Invitations to align fully with heaven, to carry your victory with wisdom, and to steward your blessing with grace. If you hold fast to them, the battle that is ended will not return. You will not be pulled back into cycles of defeat. Instead, you will step into cycles of growth, favor, and unshakable peace. This is your sacred duty, but also your empowerment. For God would not end your battle and leave you wandering. He ends it to crown you with purpose, to clothe you with wisdom, and to release you into destiny. Walk carefully, but walk boldly. The road ahead is not uncertain, it is ordained. Chosen one, as you step into this new season, let your heart rest in this truth: you are not walking alone. The same God who declared your battle finished is also the one who surrounds you with divine protection. His hand has not only delivered you, it continues to cover you. The Lord says, "Fear not, for I am with you." You may have felt vulnerable during the storms exposed during the trials, but now you will see that heaven's shield has been around you all along. The arrows that were aimed at your soul could not penetrate, not because you were strong enough, but because God was your defense. Imagine yourself walking through a field once ravaged by war. Smoke still lingers, ashes cover the ground, but as you walk, you notice a light around you. It is not a light of your own making. It is the radiant glow of God's presence. Every step you take, angels move with you. Every path you walk, His Spirit goes before you. This is your assurance you are never uncovered. Chosen one, the days of waking in fear are ending. The nightmares that once haunted your nights will no longer have power. Peace will guard your sleep, because the Lord Himself watches over you. He neither slumbers nor sleeps, and His watchful eye is upon you day and night. And hear this: what once threatened you will no longer hold power. The same waters that nearly drowned you are now parted before you. The same fire that tried to consume you has become the flame that refines you. Nothing formed against you will prosper, for the Lord himself has raised a banner of victory over your life. But his protection is not just defense. It is also assurance. Assurance that you are secure in his love, anchored in his plan, and hidden in his grace. Even when new challenges arise, you will face them from a place of confidence, knowing you are shielded. No season ahead can strip away the covering that heaven has placed on you. This is the Father's promise: I will never leave you nor forsake you. Even in moments when you feel small, even in places that seem uncertain, you carry divine backing. Your life is not vulnerable to chance. You are carried by design. So let fear fade. Let anxiety dissolve. Let peace fill the spaces where worry once lived. For you are wrapped in his arms, guarded by his Spirit, and surrounded by his angels. Chosen one, walk boldly, not recklessly, but boldly. For you are not unprotected, you are unshakable. The God who finished your battle is the same God who will keep you through every step forward. Chosen one, hear me now. This is the moment your heart has long awaited. The prophecy of it is finished is not just the closing of a battle. It is the opening of transformation. What God ends, he ends completely. What he begins, he brings to fulfillment. And your story is about to shine with a glory that could only be birthed through trial. Picture this: a dawn breaking after the longest night. The horizon glows, and the first rays of sunlight paint the sky with colors you thought you'd never see again. That is your life now. The shadows are lifting, the heaviness is dissolving, and the landscape of your destiny is coming into view. You are stepping out of ashes and into beauty, out of sorrow and into joy, out of survival and into abundance. The transformation is not small. It is not subtle. It is radical. The very areas where you once wept will become the grounds where you rejoice. The doors that were locked in your face will swing wide, not just one, but many. The places where you were rejected will become the very platforms of your acceptance. What was withheld will be released in multiplied measure. But this fulfillment is not just about external blessings, it is about who you have become. You are no longer defined by wounds, but by wisdom. No longer a victim of storms, but a carrier of peace. You have crossed from brokenness to authority, from hiddenness to influence. The strength you carry now is not natural, it is divine, and it will draw others to the God who kept you. The Lord shows me this image: a vessel once cracked and leaking, now restored and overflowing. That is you. Your cracks have not disqualified you. They have been sealed by grace. And now you pour forth oil of healing, oil of anointing, oil of testimony. The very things that tried to shatter you have become the reason you overflow. And as you step into this new season, fulfillment will not be limited to you. Those connected to you will feel it too. Your family, your circle, your community. Many will be blessed because of your transformation. Just as Joseph's elevation preserved nations, your rise will carry others into safety and blessing. Your victory is not just personal, it is generational. Chosen one, do not underestimate what God is about to do. Expect restoration in areas long forgotten. Expect acceleration where delay once lingered. Expect joy where sorrow had camped. Expect peace where chaos reigned. And expect favor that no man can explain. For when heaven declares finished, it is not the end of hope, it is the beginning of fulfillment. So lift your eyes. The harvest you sowed in tears is here. The joy that seemed unreachable is arriving. The transformation you thought impossible is manifesting. You will not just walk into blessing, you will embody it. You will become the living testimony of God's faithfulness, the proof that no battle lasts forever, and the evidence that what he promises, he performs. Chosen one. Your fulfillment is not coming. It is here. Step into it with gratitude, with boldness, and with faith. For the Lord himself has done this thing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Chosen one, as we come to the close of this prophetic word, I want you to carry not just inspiration, but declaration. Words have power. When you speak them with faith, they anchor truth in your spirit and release heaven's authority into your life. So right now, take these affirmations into your heart and let them become the song of your soul. Affirmation 1. My battle is finished and my victory is sealed by God. Say it until it becomes your reality. The war is over. The decree is final, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. Affirmation 2. I am chosen, protected and empowered to walk in destiny. This is your identity. You are not overlooked, not abandoned, not forsaken. You are marked with divine purpose and surrounded by divine presence. Affirmation 3. What was lost will be restored, and what was delayed will be accelerated. The years the enemy tried to steal will return multiplied. The waiting is turning into harvest. God's timing is perfect, and his restoration is unstoppable. Affirmation 4. I step boldly into my new season with peace and confidence. You are not stepping timidly. You are stepping boldly. Fear no longer defines you. You walk as one crowned with favor, covered in grace, and strengthened by the Lord. Chosen one, let these words echo in your spirit, not just today, but every day. They are your weapons of faith, your shield of confidence, and your reminder that heaven has declared your victory complete. And now, I release this blessing over you. May the Lord's peace rest upon your heart like a mantle of light. May his angels encamp around you, guarding every step you take. May the doors of divine opportunity swing wide before you, and may every place of shame be turned into double honor. May your nights be filled with rest and your mornings with joy. May your hands be strengthened to build, your voice be anointed to speak, and your path be straightened by the hand of God. You are blessed going in and blessed coming out. You are the head and not the tail, above only and never beneath. The Lord has declared your battle finished, and nothing can reverse his word. Chosen one. Walk in expectation, live in gratitude, and move in faith. Your best days are not behind you, they are ahead, and they are closer than you think. It is finished. And now, it truly begins.